Hello people, I'm going to make a video about the birthers and racism and how much fun it is. Not really. Anyway, so I got a message, a couple people have messaged me calling me a racist. I guess one was due to the Pat Condell video that I replied on, and I was like, go for it. It's a good idea, ban the burqa. Based on, well, that's the whole other topic. But anyway, this is mostly about the birthers and, the issue that's going on in America. I think the ban the burqa issue is going on in France. So anyway, so this guy calls me a racist. Actually, his exact quote is, "You are a hate-filled, murdering, crime-talking racist." So I replied, show me where I'm filled with hate. By all means, explain. Can you explain, or are you just talking shit? So he doesn't. He just says, you are racist because you really believe all whites are racist. That is precisely why you are a fucking racist for nothing son of a bitch. Okay, so then I reply, really, so I believe my stepfather's a racist, and so are my sisters and brother, and one of my brothers, only one of them, and one of my cousins, are racist. Told me, he's nothing much of he's just a fool who makes shit up, and, do himself a favor to look in the mirror because, I think he protests too much. You know what I mean? And what's funny is that I didn't notice, on a side note anyway, I didn't notice on his profile he has a nice little swastika that says like fag, 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 fag. It's all macroed out. It's pretty. Not really, but it's there. So it's just... Some people are hilarious, man. Projection. Anyway, the conversation kind of goes back and forth, but most of the conversation is basically he's trying to establish a position that Barack Obama is not a citizen. And one of the parts is he says that, oh, he's a dual citizen and you can't be president, if you have dual citizenship. So I was like, okay, so let me look into the Constitution. And I went and I looked at the Constitution. Section 2, Article 1, Paragraph 5 of the U.S. Constitution. No person except a natural-born citizen or a citizen of the United States at the time of the adoption of this Constitution shall be eligible for the office of President, or, well, eligible to the office of President. Neither shall any person be eligible to that office who shall not have attained to the age of 35 years and been 14 years a resident within the United States. The residency part, all contributes to the, for when the Constitution was created. But as it stands right now, it's obviously, the one quote is you have to be at 35 and a natural-born citizen. So nowhere in there it talks anything about dual citizenship. And let's see, what else is it that he said? Oh yeah, he goes, everyone knows that Obama is a citizen of Indonesia. So then we go to the whole bit about, and then I say, again, everyone knows, quote unquote, counts for nothing if there's no evidence. Show me the evidence. Back in the day, everyone knew the world was flat. Back in the day, everyone knew slavery was okay. I base things on evidence, not assumption. You continue over and over to make things up. He hasn't replied. But, I mean, he gets, pretty vile in, a lot of the shit that he says. But I have to give him credit for actually continuing this conversation back and forth. I did throw out some insults, but most of them were just like, I mean, you're funny. You know what I mean? Because he's just making shit up. You can't really necessarily call that an insult. But, it's just... I don't... Just these people, they make things up. This whole birther movement is hilarious. And I have a theory, and maybe my theory is wrong. Maybe my theory is completely wrong. But this is my theory. My theory is the birther movement exists due to racism. Or, well, in some way. Not entirely. The reason why I think that it's kind of due to racism is John McCain ran for president alongside Barack Obama. John McCain wasn't a U.S. citizen. He was born in Panama. But everyone accepts him as a U.S. citizen, which is, which is the norm, I guess. I don't know. It's a special case with John McCain. But nobody's coming out and saying, oh, he should have never ran for president because he actually wasn't a U.S. citizen. Everyone is just making up their bullshit that, Obama isn't a U.S. citizen. It's funny. I mean, due to everything that Obama's given out, if Obama isn't a U.S. citizen, then who is in this country? He's provided all the necessary evidence to prove his citizenship of the United States. You can check factcheck.org and then have fun with that. Plus I don't think the CIA or the FBI is going to let just anybody run for presidency. It doesn't make sense. Or just to let anybody be a senator or things like that. There would be some kind of background checks going in, you would think. Unless you think that this country just straight up doesn't give a shit. It can't seem that way, considering like the last 2 terms that we've had, the previous presidency. But I mean, one of the, it's just, I do think that the whole birther movement is based on racism because, we have this half-black president who has a strange name. The other guy, oh no, John's okay. McCain, oh, that's fine. Oh no, we don't need to talk about him. But oh no, this Hussein guy, we got to talk about him. We really have to. It's just fucking ridiculous. Most of these people say, oh, this is unconstitutional or this is unconstitutional. That they have yet to read the fucking Constitution. Google would be great for that. Check it out, by all means. Read the Constitution and read the amendments, Bill of Rights. Have fun. It's what's there for. And then you can check and see what, your good Republican buddies have done with it. Patriot Act and such. Even though this president is actually continuing some of the bullshit that went on, I don't agree with it. Anyway. So, I can go into a lot more detail as why I think it's kind of racist, but it's I don't know, like I guess it's unfair to say that it's fairly obvious. But I mean, it's pretty fucking close to it. So, that's what I think about that. And I don't know. I don't know what it is with these people. These people are just fucking nuts for the most part. If you want to argue in terms of policy, then we can actually have a discussion. You know what I mean? We can have a conversation. We can talk about policy. We can talk about issues and what do you think is wrong. You don't agree with this? All right, why don't you agree with this? Oh, that may be a valid point. But when you come up with just constant bullshit, it makes you look like an idiot and a fool. How are we going to take you seriously? And then people, let alone, it's one of the funny things about at least this character is, he attacked me on being, an atheist. He says, you are persecuting Christians and people that love God. No, I'm not persecuting anybody. You know what I mean? I just don't believe in your crazy batshit nonsense. That's just it. I can make a full 20, 30 videos on why I don't believe in your crazy batshit nonsense. Are you insulted that I'm calling it a crazy batshit nonsense? No, I'm not sorry. Because it's crazy batshit nonsense. And it leads me to think that since these people don't even read the Constitution, I'm pretty fucking sure they have yet to read the Bible. I have several times. And the Book of Mormon. And, well, I haven't gotten fully through the Quran. So, and so it comes to pass. Oh, jeez.